The American dream is over. We're currently in a silent depression, deeper than the 1930s, and it's only going to get much worse in 2024 and 2025. Just look at these numbers. In the early 1930s, the average income was a mere $400. Today, it's $57,000. But back then, you could get a new car for $600 and a cozy home just $6,000. Adjusting for inflation, these should cost $11,000 and $110,000 today. But what do we see? A basic new car is almost $49,000, and homes are far beyond reach for many. Besides, college fees have surged 300% since 1988, but degrees aren't as valuable. Families once thrived on modest incomes. Now they're burdened with debt and fading dreams of homeownership. The family unit, our wealth builder, is crumbling. Rising costs, a shaky job market, and a debt crisis threaten the middle class. The American dream's erosion is a reality, not just words. It's time for a wake-up call.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And once again, I am outside with it, cooking on this beautiful but hot day, 100-degree weather day here in Dallas, Texas, man. Men are relaxing and exiling themselves out of society and just watching it collapse. And it's going to get worse, much worse, as the years go by. If you pay attention to the news, if you pay attention to the media, many men are not in the workforce. Many men are not getting married. Many men are not approaching women. Many men are just saying, to hell with it. They're not putting up a fight. They're not fighting back. Many men just, quite frankly, don't care. And that's bad. That's bad. Well, it's bad for society. And it's definitely bad for the American society. Right? If you have a bunch of men who are not working, who's going to carry on the infrastructure of society? Who's going to fight the wars of society? Right? Who's going to pick the women up when they fall down in society? Right? And it seems like society wants men to do every single thing with no return on investment at all. Everything is equal, right? Men and women are equal, right? But why isn't the courts reflecting that? Why isn't the courts reflecting that? Why isn't the military reflecting that? Why isn't the child custody courts reflecting that? Why are all the hard jobs, the infrastructure jobs, the construction workers, the builders, the engineers, the plumbers, electricians, the men who get shitted on in society? Why is that still the majority men? Can anybody answer me that? It's not discrimination. It's not because they say women can't do it. It's not because of any of that. It's because women simply don't want to do it, and quite frankly, can't do a lot of that hard, laborious work. They can't do it. But they want to tell us we're the problem in society. Men are so dangerous, right? They'd rather choose the bear. They'd rather choose the bear than the man. Men are such a detriment to society. Not contributing, not doing anything, right? Well, now, women and society are going to get what they wished for. They're going to get what their worst fears are, especially in a country like America. So you just have men, they're working, they're minding their business. They're not trying to bother anybody. They're not trying to be bothered with women at all, long-term relationships at least. Right? And that's a problem. Who's going to feed the system? If this path continues, who's going to feed the system? The system is bound to collapse because why? Women cannot hold this system together by themselves. We understand that. Men have always understood that. But now men just don't give a fuck. Men do not care anymore. And I understand, I advocate for men to be the best man you can and, go out and make as much money as you can, get in the best shape of your life. And you have men out there who's doing it. But they're getting in shape, getting that money, and they're getting the hell up out of here. That's what's going on. So you have a group of men who are just, you have the group of men who are lazy, who just like, fuck society, man. I can't get a woman. They want Chads, they want Tyrones. I'm not about to marry, the leftovers. So you have those men who just like, man, there's no sense of what am I working for? What am I working towards? Just to pay into a system that doesn't appreciate me, that just says, I'm nothing, who incentivize women to do whatever the hell they want to. Nah. So you have those group of men who just said, fuck it. Fuck it. And then you have another group of men who, like I just said, who are hitting the gym, getting into the best shape of their life, who's eating healthy, getting their mental health good, getting their physical health good, getting their emotional health good, getting their spiritual health good, getting their financial health good. You have those men over there who's getting all their ducks lined in a row. And as soon as they make enough money, as soon as they hit that sweet spot, they're on the first thing smoking to the Philippines. They're on the first thing smoking to Dominican Republic. They're on the first thing smoking to Puerto Rico. They're on the first thing smoking to Colombia, right? Men are done. And then when it comes to politics, the left nor the right is really addressing men's issues. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about the high suicide rates. Nobody's really talking about men leaving the country and going to live simple lives somewhere else in another country, right? Nobody's talking about MGTOW. Nobody's talking about any of this stuff. Neither the left nor the right. Politics in this country is a joke, and nobody's addressing the real problems in society.
Now, there's one thing you might have noticed I don't complain about. Politicians. Everybody complains about politicians. Everybody says they suck. Yeah! Well, where do people think these politicians come from? They don't fall out of the sky. They don't pass through a membrane from another reality. They come from American parents and American families, American homes, American schools, American churches, American businesses, and American universities, and they're elected by American citizens. This is the best we can do, folks. This is what we have to offer. It's what our system produces. Garbage in, garbage out. If you have selfish, ignorant citizens, you're going to get selfish, ignorant leaders. And term limits ain't going to do you any good. You're just going to wind up with a brand new bunch of selfish, ignorant Americans. So maybe it's not the politicians who suck. Maybe something else sucks around here. Like the public. Yeah, the public sucks. There's a nice campaign slogan for somebody. The public sucks. Fuck hope. Fuck hope. Because if it's really just the fault of these politicians, then where are all the other bright people of conscience? Where are all the bright, honest, intelligent Americans ready to step in and save the nation and lead the way? We don't have people like that in this country. Everybody's at the mall, scratching his ass, picking his nose, taking his credit card out of his fanny pack and buying a pair of sneakers with lights in them. So I have solved this little political dilemma for myself in a very simple way. On election day, I stay home. I don't vote. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't vote. Two reasons I don't vote. First of all, it's meaningless. This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago. The shit they shuffle around every 4 years doesn't mean a fucking thing. And secondly, I don't vote because I believe if you vote, you have no right to complain. People like to twist that around, I know. They say, well, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. But where's the logic in that? If you vote and you elect dishonest, incompetent people and they get into office and screw everything up, well, you are responsible for what they have done. You caused the problem. You voted them in. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, who did not vote, who in fact did not even leave the house on election day, am in no way responsible for what these people have done and have every right to complain as loud as I want about the mess you created that I had nothing to do with. So I know that a little later on this year you're going to have another one of those really swell presidential elections that you like so much. You'll enjoy yourselves. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure as soon as the election is over, your country will improve immediately. As for me, I'll be home on that day doing essentially the same thing as you. The only difference is, when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks. Thank you very much.
And men are picking up on that. Young men especially are picking up on that. And they're just saying, to hell with all this shit. To hell with the system. To hell with the political system. To hell with the 9-to-5 system. To hell with all this. I'll work my job, get as much money as I can. As soon as I get my money, I'm out of this bitch. That's how a lot of men are thinking now. A lot of men are just kicking back, relaxing, watching this shit all crash and burn. Even if men wanted to help, society is refusing help. Society is refusing help. Try giving your 2 cents as a man in today's society. Try giving an opinion as a man in today's society. Try telling the truth. Try telling the truth as a man in today's society and see where that gets you. People are used to believing lies. People are used to living in this fairy tale la la land. And at this point, America is a fairy tale. At this point, America's one big shit show, one big drama show, one big soap opera. And men have said, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to listen to our needs. Y'all don't want to hear us out. Our opinion doesn't matter. Y'all want to continue to cater to the alphabets and bullshit and fairy tales and women's ideology. Right? Enough is enough. This system will not last that much longer. Western society will not last much longer, not at this rate. Not at this rate. And people continue to think that somebody's just gonna come along and save the day. People keep thinking that it's gonna be one singular politician that's just gonna come and save the day. Nobody's coming to save no one. America is in debt. America is behind. We're behind on infrastructure. We're behind on technology. We're behind in the public education space. Our citizens are stupid. Our children are dumb. The men are weak. The men have been feminized. The women are masculine. Nobody's creating babies. This place is more than likely done. This place is more than likely done. And who's going to do anything about it? Who's going to do jack shit about it? Men have either been feminized, castrated, or just see through all the bullshit, and it's just there's no way that they feel like fighting for a system that is either corrupt, right, or a system that is rigged. And trust me, I understand. Salute to you guys. Salute to you guys. I understand. I get it. Because best believe, as soon as I get my ticket, I'm out of here too. I'm out of here. America's turned into one big nightmare. One big ass nightmare. It's unhealthy to be here mentally. Most people are not making it financially. Isn't this the richest country in the world? I'm confused. Is this not the richest country in the world? Is this not the most patriotic country in the world? I'm confused. What happened? What happened? What happened, man? You can't place your blame on just one singular thing. It's a multitude of things. But I definitely think the biggest thing that played a part in all of this is society just throwing men in the trash. Society believing in bullshit like equality. Yes, we're equal as human beings, but everybody serves their purpose. Men have a purpose. Men serve a special purpose. Women serve a special purpose. Women are great in their own right in what women are great for. Men are great in their own right what men are great at. Men are great at leading. Men are great at building, protecting. Women are supposed to be great at nurturing, loving, right? Putting things in order. But we're so far removed from reality. We're so far removed from who we are as human beings. Is there any coming back? I'm not a doomer, but I don't think there's no coming back. I think this is where it's supposed to go. This is how it's going to end. This is where it leads. A dead end. And there's a barricade at that dead end. And we're just gonna go right over that motherfucking cliff. Even if men wanted to stand up and do something, how many men you think are gonna do that? How many men you think are going to put their lives on the line for a rigged system? How many men you think are going to, leave their families just to fight a rigged system? How many men you think are going to leave their livelihoods for a rigged system? Men are also holding the gate for the rigged system. So you have a whole portion of men who know the system is rigged, but they're on the women's side. They're on the system side. They don't give a fuck. They're holding the gate. They don't mind being simps. They don't mind being agents of the state. They don't mind being agents of the system. They could care less. So as long as there's this separation that you have men over here, men right here, and men over here, it's going to be the same exact thing. It's going to be the same exact thing. That's what I told you guys before. There's no coming together. There's no fighting anything. This shit is done. Finito. Finished. The best possible thing you can do is get as much money as you possibly can and get the fuck out of here. And even if you do stay here, your best bet is to make as much money as you can so you can be above the bullshit, be above the system. There's no point being down here with the peasants. There's no reason for you to be down here with the lowlives if that's where you want to be. Now, if you want to be a lowlife, which a lot of men are tuning into that, if you want to be a lowlife, go ahead. This channel ain't for you. I'm not talking to you. But for the men who see through all the political BS from both the left and the right, for the men who see the system for what it is, fucking rigged, for the men who see that housing, mortgage is a trap, 9 to 5 is a trap, the banking system is a trap, credit cards a trap, financing is a trap, all this shit is a trap, especially if you don't have no money, which most people don't have no money. Everybody is living over leveraged. Everybody is living above their means. Everybody's just a mere fucking slave, man. And men are done.